Now I know it seems odd to want a head shave with the intention of not getting a proper close shave. However, I have been asked on a good few occasions if there is a head shaving device that will leave some stubble. So although this Skull Shaver rugged blade seems quite odd and most guys are going to have no interest in it, there is demand for it, or demand for a device or a blade that will leave stubble. And Skull Shaver says it aims to leave us with 2 or 3 days of stubble, and in my experience of using it so far, that's what it does. Before I do a quick demo shave, I'll just run through some of the features of this. So it's very similar to, or the same as, any of the other Skull Shaver blades, which is it's a rotary blade. You've got 4 blades on there. All of these blades flex in and outwards, plus each cutter individually flexes inside, or it presses in, so that kind of helps with moving along the contours of the scalp. Now inside the head, when we take the blades off, the blade head section off, inside the head there we have a collection chamber, and this can collect hair. Interesting enough, when I shaved with this, I haven't found any hair inside whatsoever, so I'm going to check when I do this demo trim now, demo shave, to see whether I get any left on my shirt. If not, then it must mean that all of the debris is collecting within this head. And that brings along this head. So this head section, in the center there we have a cog. Now usually on the Skull Shaver blades we can turn that and then remove the 4 blades and clean them all individually. However, this one is locked and it's not able to move. I'm not able to move it. So that's yeah, that's a shame that I'm not able to do that with this blade head. Now what makes this very different from the other Skull Shaver blades and makes it the rugged is that on the top, each of these blades, there's like some teeth on there. There's like combs, and these are raised up a couple of millimeters or so. So this provides a gap. This will provide a gap between our hair and you know, and the blade. So that's what gives us yeah, a not so close cut. So I've used this a good few times already, but what we'll do is we'll do a demo shave and I'll run through some details as we're doing the shave. So let's grab myself a mirror and get a head shave on. I forgot to mention, when we unbox this, inside the box we get this shaver head. Now this shaver head can be replaced onto any of the Skull Shavers. I've got the Skull Shaver Pitbull Gold GX5 at the moment. This is the shave that I'm going to use. So we just remove the head from that shaver. But we can use, that can be the palm shaver, we can use a Skull Shaver of silver, gold, platinum, it'll fit all of them. So we just twist the original Forte blades off the Skull Shaver, drop it on the floor, or drop something on the floor. Then this just fits in there easily enough, usually. There we go. And then that's it, we fitted the rugged one on, the rugged head blade onto there. And inside this box as well, we get a blade cap, what you'll usually get with any of the other head, and in any of the Skull Shavers with the blade cap, plus a small bottle of oil for oiling the blades. Right, so we're starting with about 5 days of growth. That would probably be enough. I think although it's going to leave us with a stubble, I think we still don't want to shave with too much growth, because it is a shaver and it's going to make the shaver have to work too hard. So yeah, there's about 5 days of growth there. Let's take a look around the back. And I know, yeah, I don't have much hair on the top there. It looks like I have 0 hair there, but I have like a very faint, very fine hair there. I do have some there, but it's mostly all around these sides, that here. Okay, let's fire it up. I'll just mention, because of these combs that are on the blades, they do feel slightly rough. I'd kind of like Skull Shaver to make these where they feel a bit softer on the skin and on the scalp. However, on the top of the head, it kind of feels like it's massaging it. It can be quite a nice feeling if it's done gently, but yeah, it can be a little bit rough. I'd like them to be maybe some sort of softer material. As with all Skull Shavers, it can be used this cupping style, where we slide our fingers inside and we cup the head blade within our hands. Very easy for shaving around the back of the head. Let's show you around the back area. Right, I'd say we're about done there. Yeah, it doesn't take very long at all to go run it over with this rugged head blade. So this is the end result. As we can see, it's left a stubble. Let's take a look around the back area as well. So we've got a stubble. We've got the stubble effect, as they say, that what we should get 2 or 3 days of growth. So I guess the bottom line is it does what it's supposed to do. If you want a stubble appearance of a couple of days growth there, then you know it's kind of ideal for that. The only downside is it can feel a little bit rough, but you soon kind of get used to that. It doesn't harm the skin at all. And I guess it might be useful for some guys who from time to time they just want to have a couple of weeks of leaving a little bit of stubble and not shaving as close to the scalp as what you will with the electric head shaver or a razor. But they also do like to head shave as well, because there's no point in purchasing one of these just for the rugged, I don't think, unless you've kind of purchased the skull shaver palm, because the skull shaver palm then is it's much cheaper, and you know you can still use it for head shaving. These apparently can also be used for shaving your face, but I rarely ever use head shavers for shaving my face because of the ergonomics, and the design is not that great for holding underneath the neck and you know the chin area and all that. I just use a proper facial shaver or razor for that. So I mentioned about debris earlier, so let me take a look at my shirt. There's no debris on my shirt at all, so let's take a look inside the blade head. And there, I don't know if you can see there's kind of very minimal hair inside there. Now let's see if I can do it here. I'm going to tap this. There we go, look, there it all is. Let me get in front of the camera. So yeah, this all needs to be tapped out and cleaned under the tap when we're done. These are easy enough to clean. All we need to do really is under the tap. What I usually do is put a couple of blobs of hand antibacterial soap within this blade section, pop it back on, run a bit of water on it, let it run for 10 seconds or so, and then give it a good swill after, and sit the blades apart from the head and let them dry out for a couple of hours or so. But as you can see, we do need to give them a clean after, because what's going to happen if we don't clean them after is these are going to clog up, and we can't see that there's hair caught inside there. You know, that's not that easy to see, and you might think that they're fine, but then it's gonna cause problems with the motor and put more strain on the motor, and it might knacker the head shaver a bit quicker. So yeah, just give them a good clean every time. Well, what we've got coming up next on the head shaving front is I'm going to be doing a head shave in not so distant future with the Philips i9000 Prestige. I'm going to do a head shave with that. First I'll do a facial shave video for it. Also I've got the Pitbull Silver Pro, but the SX5, I've got reviews of the Silver. This is the SX5, not going to be that much difference, but I'm going to do a video about that. What I've also got as well, which is I'm really looking forward to doing, is this Philips Norco head shaver, the 9000 series. There's 3 of them. There's I think it's 5000, 7000, 9000, same shaver. This just has something else, some extra accessories with it.